What's up, everybody? I'm Matt, that's Ash, that's Dan, and this is the Game of the Week show.
Nice, to the point.
Efficient, like we always are, every week. And every Monday, this is a weekly show that the three of us do where we get together to talk about the latest news stories in the video game industry. We'll then go through the game releases for that week before each picking our favourite game of the week. You're here because you love video games, we're here because we love discussing video games. So if we are all video game fans, please check out thegameinitiative.com where you can find out everything we do. Links to everything and Facebook, Twitter are down below. Are you guys ready to talk some news?
Ready for action. Born ready.
Born. GTA 5 plus 1 is GTA 6. That was a good start, but I'm rolling with it.
Good maths.
Good maths. GTA 6. There's rumours going around at the moment. Everyone can make up a rumour. It's very easy to do. But this week we've had indications that a 2018 release could be possible.
Yeah.
Which would make sense because it's 5 years after GTA 5, and that's the same gap between 4 and 5.
Yeah. So the pattern continues.
The pattern's right, but when they released GTA 5 and they did the whole online thing, they said they wanted that to go for 10 years. So now it looks like they're halving that.
But
potentially.
But GTA Online is a separate thing. Like, that can still transport. That's nothing to do with GTA 5. It's built in GTA 5's engine, but that could still be its own thing.
Yeah, but that could just be their online thing going forward, regardless.
Yeah, and this just adds as a different. They transferred their characters over from the old consoles to new consoles, so maybe your character will transfer into the new game.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
Yes.
I think that's a common feature now, I think, with GTA games. I think we're going to see that more and more now from Rockstar with GTA and where your character can move into the next game. Transition.
I hope so, because, like you said, if they're serious about
having to level up again.
If they're serious about this being like the next big kind of thing for them, like not necessarily on an MMO scale, although effectively it is, but you're never going to be like a World of Warcraft sort of thing.
No.
I mean, that's just its own animal altogether. But anyway, what I want to really get into, the release date, it will come when it comes.
Yeah.
But what I really want to get into is the other half of this story, is that GTA 6, we did a party chat. I think it was one of our very first party chats.
It was, yeah.
Which I will maybe up here, or up here, or maybe here. I'll put it somewhere. Like I did expertly last week, which I'm sure you've both seen.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. We discussed of where we would like it to be. I think Paris was one. I think London was another, and
I said
Vegas was one. There was lots of good options being thrown around.
Yeah.
The rumours are that it's going to be all of America. So Dan would kind of be the closest to being right. If you were,
because I stayed in the right country.
Because you stayed in the right.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you guys thought about this. When I first heard it, I was like, that's amazing. But then when I thought about it, I don't know if I'd want them to go down this route, because San Andreas was already big enough. Was it not?
I think they've all been big enough. I mean, certainly the last few have been. I've been more than happy. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's been the right size to. Hang on,
That's what you keep telling yourself.
This is getting a bit innuendo, but you know what I mean. It's been a good fit.
It's a good fit.
I can see them wanting to expand the game map slightly. Maybe add a second city, because like in GTA 5 they had obviously the main city, and they kind of had the little town area.
Yeah, there was all like.
I can imagine them maybe putting in a second bigger city to expand things slightly, and the fact that they went with the 3 characters thing, I could see that would make multiple locations work more smoothly. But if they go back to the 1 character thing, it might be a bit much for 1 character to just be able to go wherever.
Yeah, on the back of what you just said, I think that's a good point. In the last game we had in GTA 5, we had 3 characters, all from sort of 3 different parts of the map, where they lived.
Yeah.
I think because you could easily change character from one to the next, that would be a good way to transport effectively to different parts of a wider area. If you had 1 character in New York, 1 in Alaska and 1 in Vegas, you could easily switch between those characters, and then certain areas aren't so far away.
And then obviously it'd be nice and from New York to Alaska, nice, close, convenient locations that you
Well,
could
you'd have your
just
private
drive
jet.
to.
You'd have your private jet, wouldn't
Well,
you?
no, that's true. There was the section that's in Upper State, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it in Canada? Is it actually in Canada? I can't remember where it is.
Might have been in New York.
I can't remember.
It's like
North
it's like
Yankton
North
or
Yankton,
whatever.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's I think it's
Anyway.
the state anyway. But you fly from there
yeah,
in the game. It's not obviously the true representation of it, but
yeah,
all of America is possible. We saw it in The Crew,
Yeah.
but you're then sacrificing detail.
that's the problem.
And I would personally like them to do what they did with GTA 5. I'm not saying the same place again, but everything to be more detailed. Like
More
that
interactive.
yeah, that's a building. I can go into it. There's
Yeah.
stuff in this building, like all of the world. Not that GTA 5 was empty by any means.
No, it
but
wasn't.
just to be even
Basically,
more.
you should have access to anything you see rather than I can only go in this shop,
Yeah,
rather than this
Yeah.
one's just like a window front that's never accessible.
I mean, that's hard to do. I'm
Even
not gonna-
yeah, but even
that's-
if you
it's a
can't,
lot of work
yeah, even if you can't actually interact with anything inside it once you're in,
just to be able to go in it.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
well, no, I'd want to be able to interact. I want to be able to do. I don't know why I'd want to be able to go into buildings necessarily, but maybe more buildings. I don't know. It felt a lot like buildings were very much just there.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times you couldn't even get on top of buildings.
Yeah, I mean,
unless it was
unless you had
specific
the
missions or
helicopter
you
or-
flew
yeah.
and dropped on top.
Yeah, or there's ladders.
Yeah, in some
Yeah.
instances.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's food for thought, and I think there will be more developments over the
course there will.
next 6 months to 12 months. I think they've got to be announcing. I would think they've got to be announcing in the next 6 to 9 months.
Nah,
You don't reckon?
that's way too soon.
couple of years away.
I think because
I think-
they're only look at it this way: the PC version only came out like 6 months ago, if that,
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
of
It did.
GTA 5.
I still think. I mean, they announced GTA 5 2 years in advance, 2.5.
I would say if it is going to be a 2018 release, it's going to be a September 2018 release. So the earliest we're going to see something is like the end of next year.
Yeah.
So you're talking 15 months, probably 14 months at the earliest.
yeah.
But we'll see. Stay tuned. If we are still alive, as a
YouTube
channel,
thing,
more so.
yeah.
Hopefully we're still all be
Hopefully,
alive.
we're still alive.
But we will be sure to
Yeah.
bring that because GTA is what brought us all together.
Yeah.
Moving on, consoles will definitely still be around by the time GTA 6 comes out. PS4, Xbox One sales are continuing to be ridiculously strong. We spoke about the PS4 hitting 21 million recently, and there's now some new NPC data that basically indicates that the 21 months since release of this generation, if you compare it to the first 21 months of the PS3 and 360, the new consoles are selling at a rate of 50% higher than last time around,
That's a lot.
which is a lot. It really is. You know, basically, for every 2 people that were buying a console now, there was only 1 previously, almost. Now every 3 is
3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, for every 3.
It's like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's good. I think gaming's becoming more socially acceptable now. And if you think Call of Duty, whether or not we like it or not, really, and FIFA over the last few years has made so many more gamers come to life. You see all of these,
Yeah, it
you know,
has.
the people that just play FIFA and Call of Duty, the 16 to 28 demographic. That's what they do. And Call of Duty came big last year. FIFA got good again. So
Yeah, they all appeared highly in the
also not
ranks.
just the fact that they're gaming consoles anymore. Like
That's
when,
true.
When the PS3 and the Xbox 360 started, you didn't have the same kind of internet infrastructure, so you didn't have all your streaming stuff and so on
Yeah.
compared to what you do now.
that's
Yeah.
true.
So people are buying these things not just to be.
It's not just
a
gaming
console.
entertainment.
It's
Yeah.
their entertainment hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can get everything on there without
Right.
having to connect up different machines and different cables and stuff
Yeah.
like that. There are probably plenty of people who own like a PS3 and a 360 now that they've bought off someone and don't game on it at all. It is purely their DVD player, their Netflix streamer, their YouTube streamer,
I
just
would
for their TV.
I would actually say almost, even though it is the hub, I would say that's less of an issue. Like personally, when the PS3 was a way to buy a Blu-ray player.
It was. It
You know,
was.
I mean, it was expensive, but so were Blu-ray players at the time.
They were. You're
So-
absolutely right. That was
And the
what-
PS2 was the DVD player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what moved me from Xbox to. That's what sold it for me in terms of do I go PlayStation or Xbox, was always the Blu-ray capability. Yeah.
So, and I think people look at it now, but we've got our smart TVs that do it as well. I'm not saying disputing what you're saying. I'd just be very surprised if there's anyone out there that has so far adopted these new consoles who are not gamers.
Yeah.
Because they're still expensive. You buy them when they get cheaper, obviously.
Yeah. But it's probably helping tipping.
Oh,
scale
absolutely.
in the favour.
There's definitely a proportion of people there that see it as a, I mean, who buys a DVD player now? Not many people.
No one.
Yeah.
But, everyone's seen that YouTube money, that Twitch money that everyone can do now. Oh, you can just play video games and make money? Yeah, I'll buy a console and do that. It's really easy. Just set up a YouTube channel and watch the millions come to us. It's worked so well for us and it'll work well for others. Moving on. We have a new handheld coming to the market next year.
Ooh.
It's the, I believe it's pronounced the Smash Zero, but I might not be correct of pronouncing that. Anyway, it's a Steam-based device, 5-inch screen. End of 2016, it's coming out, holiday. It's going to have 1,000 Steam games playable on it at release, and pre-orders start November this year for €299. I would guess in terms of pounds, it's probably going to be pretty much the same, maybe $249 if we're
$250, I'd say.
if we're lucky.
Yeah.
So this was interesting because I think the key is what kind of games are going to be on it.
It's always
1,000 Steam games is great, but if is it going to be powerful enough to play the AAA titles? It's not going to be powerful enough to play the AAA titles of next year, obviously, because it's a £300 device. It's not a £1,000 computer.
Yeah.
But if it can play this year's AAA titles at a reasonable level, then maybe it's a decent alternative for people that don't have that PC.
Yeah.
And want to maybe just find these PC only games and play them on the go. I don't know. I'm interested in it, but I'm going to wait to see what games it can play.
I don't know what to expect, but I think you're right on that. PC games, ultimately have much more quality about them because they're PC games and they're designed to be played on high spec PCs.
Yeah.
Having Steam games being played on a handheld, I think you're right. I think it is going to be a bit like what we see with the PlayStation 4 Vita. They're not PS4 quality sort of games generally.
Yeah.
There are some where they're compatible, but they don't tend to be the AAA titles.
So it depends what you're looking for.
They tend to be smaller games.
I love my Vita. Like I accept that my Vita is my indie machine. I'm not going to get the AAAs on it. So I suppose it's kind of almost hypocritical of me to say I want the AAAs on the Steam one.
Yeah.
But what I should clarify necessarily more on that is not necessarily AAAs, but I've already got my handheld for the indies. So if I'm going to buy a PC thing, I want it to do something different. Not necessarily the AAAs, but the PC exclusives.
Yeah.
Not just the games that come out on PC and then come out on Vita as well, because otherwise I've already got my Vita, and the Vita is a quarter of this price, almost.
Yeah.
Or sorry, a third of this price.
Third, yeah.
It's like £100 you can pick them up for.
Yeah, I was reading an article earlier and so on about this, and in the comments, one guy was adamant that this is going to fail because it's trying to produce a handheld thing for the more adult range games and so on, and they see handheld as being more of a childish thing, which is why the Nintendo one does so well, and the Vita is struggling because the Vita is trying to aim at a market in which not a lot of people play handhelds.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I can see some logic in that, because it's very easy as a parent to just go to your kid, just play with that while I'm quickly doing this.
Yeah, well, you give them a cheap one, the cheapest one,
Yeah.
the plastic one with all the colourful games on.
Yeah, but
I
I can see
understand.
some logic, because adults will spend the big money on the big rig to be able to play
They
these
will.
things.
I agree with part of that. I think there are a lot of adults probably that do want to have a handheld device. I mean, I personally, if I'm going on holiday or
Well, that's
whatever,
just it. As in, I don't completely agree with it because of the whole
That's what
travel
Vita's
aspect.
for.
It's like that's what they're.
It's not going to be a DS success. There's no. I suppose one thing we're maybe even overlooking is the fact that another year down the line, services equivalent to like the PlayStation Now, where you stream games to the device. As internet gets better, servers get better, latency gets reduced. So maybe that's how you'll be able to play your games on that device.
Quite possibly, yeah.
But we'll have more once more details come out. It's still over a year away. So we'll move on to something that's maybe, hopefully, coming a bit sooner, which is 360 titles on EA Access through the Vault. Now, I'm very excited at this idea. Apparently, EA have confirmed that they are investigating this. Now, the Vault is basically on the EA Access subscription, where you pay £30 a year, and then you can play any of these games in the Vault. Once they go into the Vault, they stay in the Vault forever, and you get them all for free.
Just to clarify on this, is this 360 titles on the Xbox One because of the backwards compatibility, or this is just being released for 360?
EA Access is an Xbox One only subscription, so it'll work via the backwards compatibility thing.
Okay.
So that's how they're investigating whether or not they can make those games on the backwards compatibility.
Because EA is one of those who's not yet released a lot of their games for backwards
Well,
compatibility.
no, technically no one's released any yet because it doesn't launch until November.
No, but as in like
But they're still looking.
one of the ones who
They've agreed to partner with it, but they haven't confirmed what game. A Mass Effect is basically one that's confirmed.
Okay.
That's coming anyway. Whether that will then go into the Vault or not remains to be seen. I guess they're just going to weigh it up, but I'm just really, really excited at the prospect that I could be playing Burnout Paradise on my Xbox One again, because that racing game is seriously underrated.
Yeah. It would be nice to be able to play some different games, I think, on the Xbox One, and it'll give you that option to be able to borrow lots of games from lots of your friends and play whatever you want.
Well, if it's in the Vault, it's free.
Well,
It's not free, it's £30 a year, but you got to get that subscription there, Ash. You would have saved yourself money. You could have played Rory McIlroy, realised that it wasn't very good, and not bought it.
I know. It was alright.
Although if EA do put their stuff in the Vault again, think of all the Tiger Woods games you'll be able to play all over again.
Yeah, there would be a few.
Well, I don't know. They might not want to be associated with him anymore.
Well,
they've already dropped Patrick Kane this week.
Yeah.
Because he might have done something he shouldn't have.
Yes.
But we don't talk about such things as rape on this show, so we'll move on.
Yeah.
We will move on to the final topic. Peter Dinklage, old Tyrion Lannister from the Game of Thrones. He was the voice of Ghost in Destiny.
He was.
Which is a game a few people have probably heard of. He's not going to be the voice of Ghost in The Taken King, which is the big expansion DLC.
Or in Destiny.
Or in Destiny at all. No. They brought in Nolan North to be the voice of Ghost for Taken King, and they also, while they had Nolan North, decided, why don't you just re-record all of Dinklage's?
Yeah,
that's a hard thing to say.
That's a hard thing to say. Dinklage's
lines, and we'll cut him completely from the game.
Yeah, I think it's because fan reception to Peter Dinklage wasn't so great. It's kind of flat.
Nope. It's purely because of Hollywood commitments. That's what.
No. What I'm saying
said.
is why they've gone back.
No. Bungie have said it's nothing to do with that. That is the reason, but that's not what Bungie is saying.
I haven't seen their
Bungie
official...
basically said that they recorded it and they just wanted consistency through the game. So it made sense to have. It would seem someone coming onto Destiny now. It would seem more weird to have the same character having two different voices.
Yeah.
So for the sake of having an extra day or two in the studio, just to record it.
Yeah.
So that's the official reason. Is Peter Dinklage is busy being Tyrion or shooting things in a terrible Pixel movie or whatever it is that he's doing, and so they had to bring in Nolan North, who's obviously a veteran of the video game industry. But as Dan touched on, I think that's the reason. They're not going to say that.
No, I don't think consistency was really their issue at all.
It's quite a good excuse though, to give them credit.
It's a great excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's perfectly there for them, but that's obviously not the reason why they did it.
But they're not going to come out and say we've replaced him because he was shit.
Because it's a DLC. They could quite easily have just fudged an excuse for why it sounds different in that if they wanted to.
Yeah. Or
it's you've been upgraded.
Yeah, it could have been like
yeah.
It could have been like your Ghost. Yeah, any reason.
Like, that would literally have been it. It's just like one line of dialogue would have completely solved why it sounds different.
Yeah. You're
I
right.
know. It's...
Dan, you're working in the wrong job. You need to be in PR.
I know.
and I wouldn't make it... oh well. They did what they did. Maybe it was just the fact that they realised that every video game has to have either Nolan North or Troy Baker in it. So...
It is
But we're
definitely
not successful enough. We need one of these two.
how can we make our game sell more? We need one of these guys to be the voice.
Yeah.
Alright. That's it on the games... Or on the games front? That's it on the news front.
On the news front. Now we'll come to the games.
Now we come on to the games.
Yes.
And a few titles this week. First up, we've got Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, which is the PS4 game a lot of people have probably heard about. It's an adventure game where you are in a abandoned British village in kind of like circa 1960s, 70s, I would say, that kind of time period. And everyone appears to have been taken by the Rapture. So you have, there's 6 different characters, and you kind of have to piece together this story of basically what the hell has happened to everyone.
Yeah.
I've played only about half an hour so far. It's a very pretty game, very beautiful game, very atmospheric. Looking forward to playing more, and you'll all be able to watch more on our Let's Play tomorrow. Plug.
Yeah, we were
do you
talking
guys
off air before about the similarities really between this and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Ethan Carter? Ethan?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carter. In that, it's the same sort of style almost. There are obviously differences, and you're not, carrying out the position of a detective as such, but there's definitely similarities there, I think.
This kind of empty atmospheric world, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's very...
with that sort of mystery and suspense that's there.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I said on The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, definitely my sort of game. So it looks good, and I'm excited for this one. So we'll have a look at your Let's Play. Hopefully you know what you're doing in this one, rather than The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, where you didn't have a clue where you were going.
It was fine. I know. I knew where I was going. I found the blood. I found the legs. I found the...
You didn't know what it meant, though.
No. I put it on the train, and then I drove the train forward, and I was like, oh, now I've got to the end. Now what?
If you've not seen it, check out Matt's Let's Play.
Why does everyone always enjoy the Let's Plays when I fuck shit up?
Because they're funny.
It was good.
Yeah.
What's next?
Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. You've probably recognised this name because this game's already been out on PS3, Xbox 360, PC. It's now coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Very similar, not similar, but it is another adventure game. Dan, did you ever play this one? I think it was PlayStation Plus at one point.
I have not, but I know I should, because I know a lot of people have given this game the old thumbs up.
The old thumbs up.
Yeah.
Not the new, the old.
Yeah. And so, because of like the story and so on within it, so I will play it at some point.
You will. No, it looks good. To be honest, I never completed it. I was one of those games where I think it was only like 2 hours long, and I still didn't complete it. Not because it was bad. I played it for 10 minutes. I was like, "Yep, this is good," and then never played it again. It's free on, well, hopefully you always download your PlayStation Plus stuff, so you'll probably have it in your PS3 library somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's probably also been on Games with Gold as well, so you'll have it in your 360 library. I'm sure everyone downloads theirs every month, like we tell them to.
Yeah.
Kung Fury Street Rage for the PS4. Now, this game looks as awesome as the name suggests.
It does.
It is basically as 80s,
retro.
It's as 80s as you can get.
Yeah,
I would say
it's retro in every way.
I like the look of it. Just a nice, simple beat 'em up with
Street Fighter-esque sort of.
Well,
yeah,
that's basically what I think it's ripping.
yeah. It's
isn't
definitely
it?
got
It's just
inspiration.
ripping off the Street Fighter movie and taking
or maybe
Mickey out of it.
You got to remember as well. There was Streets of Rage as well.
Yeah.
This is called Street Rage.
Yeah.
So this is obviously
Both.
there's obviously only one street in this one.
Yeah.
So it looks like a fun little game.
It's something different to what we see most weeks. Yeah. So it's nice.
It's good. There is always something for everyone, and we go from the fighting game, and then we go to Talk L on the PlayStation 4 and the Vita. This is a pretty clever little puzzle game. You are a cube with, funnily enough, 4 sides. That's kind of how cubes work. And you have 4 buttons on the... What?
You explained
Big fish,
what
little
a
fish,
cube
cardboard box.
is.
Yeah.
But you would have to demonstrate and draw it with your hands.
Yeah.
Continue.
And it's more like I'm explaining it to myself, really.
Okay.
So that I know what shape I'm on about.
Right.
And you basically can then use the colours on the side represent the colours of the 4 shape buttons on the PlayStation, and you use those to make the square or cube kind of
Roll.
roll.
Yeah.
Does a cube roll?
Well, it can do.
Is it really rolling though?
Yeah.
Because isn't
Yes.
a roll?
Yeah.
Would you not call a roll more of a?
No, if it's still doing that,
Motion.
that's still a rolling action.
If you threw a Rubik's
You are not a
cube,
cylinder, and you could roll.
if you threw
I'm
a,
pretty cylinderous.
if you threw a Rubik's cube down a hill, what would it do?
Break.
Instantly solve itself.
Good answer.
Unlock the portal. Gauntlet Slayer Edition for the PS4. I was really excited when I heard the name of this, and then got a little bit less. It looks okay. Still, it's more of a top-down kind of
Dungeony,
dungeon shooter, twin stick, probably twin stick.
fighting.
This
I
is
don't
so
know.
funny watching you two try and explain this game.
What you got? Watch the overlay while we sit
Yeah.
here in silence for 10 seconds. No, but seriously, it is a top-down twin stick shooter set in kind of medieval dungeon eras, and you shoot stuff basically.
Yeah.
I was hoping that there was going to be a lot of blood because it was like a Slayer edition, but
Yeah, you
But
kind
then
of
come
hoping
to
for
it.
sort of like a first-person Doom-esque style of game, weren't we? Really based on the
yeah,
title.
or more like maybe even like a rail shooter. That was what I was maybe thinking.
Yeah.
because it's called Gauntlet. But
Yeah.
hey ho, there's plenty of good rail shooters out there. The Bridge for Xbox One. Seeing as we explained last game, Dan, I'll hand it over to you, Ash, to explain what the Bridge is.
Do it as eloquently as you
You know, as we did such a good job, why don't you show us how to professionally explain what a game is?
I'll do the next one.
No, that's fine. The Bridge. Anyway, as Ash is failing miserably, it's
I am
a
failing miserably.
black and white puzzle adventure game with some platforming elements. It's
So you use
very,
all the,
very
all
weird.
the right words for this one.
You mean genres?
All the right words.
Yeah. It's definitely a game you want to.
It looks,
not that
it looks good. It
we
looks
do
really
not.
good.
We do not encourage specifically partaking in certain illegal substances. But if you were to necessarily puff on some marijuana and then play this game, you would
Yeah.
probably have a reasonably good time with yourself.
I think so. I think and this does remind me a lot of Limbo in a way, in that it's that black and white puzzle aspect, but it's just, for me, it looks better than Limbo almost,
No.
because it's no. Hang on a second, because it's just more crazy. It's more, there's lots of things moving around. The world's moving around. It's a lot more. What's the word?
detailed.
Confusing. I think it's a lot more confusing.
So basically, you like games that confuse you.
Yeah, for a puzzle game.
Yeah, I suppose it's supposed to be a part.
Yeah.
You used to play that. Did you ever play that Numa game?
No.
Numa.
No.
Ah.
Numa. Why does that ring a bell? Numa.
I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it.
Wasn't it that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were going to do it.
I was going to do it. I was so close to doing it. Toy Soldiers War Chest on the Xbox One. This is
Toy Story in a game, sort of.
pretty much, yeah. You choose. You can have little army soldiers. You can have fairies. You can have teddy bears.
It basically struck me as like Clash of Clans almost.
Yeah, there's some definitely.
that you always see advertised and so on. It's,
Clash of
That.
Clans with Mr. Potato Head.
yeah, it's just
I didn't
like
see Mr. Potato Head.
Okay, well,
he might be in there.
maybe he might be. It's a toy box.
Yeah, but Disney probably owned the rights to Mr. Potato Head.
They probably do.
Actually, no, they won't. It will be.
Caravan. I'm just saying things now.
Yeah, you are. We'll move on. It's
Potato
basically
Dude.
Fisher Price. That's who made Mr. Potato
Fisher
Head.
Price.
It's basically a strategic game, tower defense elements. You've probably already seen it or switched off. So next up, this game is something.
Oh my!
It's something.
God. Yeah.
It wins best name of the week. Commander Cherry's Puzzle Journey for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Truly the next generation of video games. It's been described as a yoga-based trainer / platformer for Kinect and PlayStation camera. You basically use your body and put it in a particular shape to build a path for your character to go across, and then you use the pad to run across. It looks shit, basically. But yeah, no, it's
pretty cool.
I can't understand. I mean,
I know what they're trying to achieve out of it. It just it's just an awful.
What are they trying to achieve?
No, as in like they're trying to get you more interacting into the game, but it's not a way to do it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, okay, you need to find a way. Rather than having to find your way through the level, you have to make the level to find your way.
Yeah.
But don't do it by making you take a picture of your body on the Kinect.
Mm.
I was like, no. The only way this game would be funny is if you were playing it drunk.
Yeah.
I think. That's the only way.
As one video we saw somebody with a horse's head.
Horses' heads make everything funny.
Yeah.
And finally, coming to PS4, its long, not awaited return, awaited debut, that's the word I was looking for, Goat Simulator. It's been on PC, it's been on Xbox One, it's now on PS4, with the trophies. It's
tempting.
It's a physics-based goat simulation extravaganza. That's the best way I could explain
Good
it.
description.
Got these nailed down. Look without even any notes. Don't even write anything.
Yeah.
All from here. Knowledge, power, spewing of shit from mouth, whatever you want to call it.
That will do.
So yeah, I've played this game. It's not quite as fun as you want it to be. I mean, it is hilariously stupid, but then you after half an hour, it's like, well, I'm kind of done now. And what am I going to do to justify the rest of my £8?
Yeah.
I think there are actually objectives in the game. And
There are.
There's like a proper progression you're supposed to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one ever follows it.
It's stupid. Like every time you do an objective, a slightly hard objective comes up in the corner and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's only so much. It's basically playing with a physics engine.
Yeah.
Like it's basically playing with ragdoll physics. They've been around. I remember playing with those with the gravity gun in Half-Life 2 and that was back when I was PC gaming. So that was 2005, 2006, whenever it was. So yeah. It's alright. It is funny though.
It's one of those games for me. I think it's a bit like Octodad. I really enjoyed playing it for an hour or so, and
it's that game.
That was enough.
Wait for it to be free. It'll be free eventually, probably on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, and Ash,
picks.
What's your pick of the week?
I think for me, it's got to be everyone. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I think it looks like a very solid game. It's my kind of game, a game that I do enjoy playing. Mystery, looks good, should play well, as we'll find out from you. But yeah, I think it looks the best this week.
Correct. Daniel?
Same.
Correct.
I can't add to that. I think purely entertainment value, as in like ridiculousness, entertainment value, then it's Kung Fury.
Yeah.
But I think the best game that you're going to get is Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
That's the best. That is the best game.
I'd still like to play Torquel as well for a Vita.
Torquel looks like a fun little puzzle game.
Yeah, if you're after a game for the Vita on your travels, I think it'll be a good pastime.
Garen, 100% Torquel is the best Vita game this week. Hands down. Yes. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Only played half an hour due to commitments this week. Having a life. Fucking annoying, to be honest. But it is what it is. I'm going to play more of it once I finish recording here. So, looking forward to it. And see everyone on there on Tuesday so they can enjoy watching me play as well.
GameOfTheWeek.com.
You can go on GameOfTheWeek.com if you want. It's not our website, but
No.
GameOfInitiative.com.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You just sent our two viewers somewhere else.
Gamer Initiative.
Okay.
Gamer Initiative.
Right, let's get out of here, guys. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. As always, leave us any comments down below about the news stories or the games you're interested in. What do you think of the GTA 6 rumours? Where's it going to be? Tell us, and then we will give you a special mention in the 2018 show when you've called it right, whoever you may be. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's go.
Yeah.
Dan,
I'm tired.
Ash, thank you, as always. And everyone out there, we will see you all next time.